Let's talk about money because nobody else in the longevity supplement space wants to. The average person serious about NED plus optimization who's gone down the N-Men rabbit hole is spending somewhere north of $1,200 a year. And that's a conservative estimate if you're doing 500 milligrams daily of a quality brand. Now compare that to niacin, the original, old-school NED plus precursor, which delivers an equivalent boost for somewhere under $20 a year. That's not a rounding error. That's a chasm. And the uncomfortable question you need to sit with is, what exactly are you buying with that $1,180 premium? The honest answer, when you strip away the marketing language and the sleek packaging, is that you're buying patents and the psychological comfort of novelty. N-Men and NR are patentable molecules. Niacin has been in the public domain since the 1930s. That single fact explains more about why the supplement industry pushed consumers toward these newer compounds than any clinical paper ever could. Patent protection creates market exclusivity, which creates pricing power, which creates investor returns. Science, in this framing, becomes a support document for a business model, not the other way around. Now, to be fair, there are theoretical arguments that NR and N-Men offer more direct routes to NED plus synthesis. N-Men doesn't require the same enzymatic conversions in the price handler pathway. NR skips some of the steps niacin takes. These are real biochemical distinctions. The problem is that distinguishing theoretical pathway elegance from actual clinical outcomes in humans is a separate question entirely, and on that question, the expensive molecules have a very thin evidence base. What we can say with confidence is that both ultimately raise NAD+ levels. What we cannot say with confidence is that either does so meaningfully better than niacin in real human beings at clinically relevant doses. Here's where it gets sobering if you run the numbers. If you're currently spending $1,200 a year on N-Men and you switched to niacin, that $1,180 in annual savings, invested at a modest 7% annual return, compounds over 30 years to roughly $113,000. That's a retirement account contribution born entirely from not overpaying for a supplement whose superiority hasn't been proven. The opportunity cost of premium longevity spending isn't abstract, it's a concrete financial consequence. The framework you should apply here is exactly what savvy consumers apply to pharmaceutical drugs, brand name versus generic. Generic drugs contain the same active compounds as their branded counterparts. The FDA requires bioequivalence. Consumers who switch to generics don't get worse outcomes, they get equivalent outcomes at a fraction of the cost. The supplement industry operates with far less oversight, which means no one is enforcing that premium products deliver premium results. You're trusting marketing to do the work that regulators would otherwise do. Before you dismiss this as anti-innovation bias, understand that the argument isn't that newer molecules are useless. The argument is that the burden of proof for paying 60 times more for something should be high, and that burden has not been met. Spend your longevity dollars with the same skepticism you'd apply to any other financial decision. The price gap isn't evidence of superiority. It's evidence of a business model.